Ever since The Last of Us came out, I've always wondered how amazing an open world zombie game would be like. Imagine what if GTA 5 and The Last of Us had and made a baby. Imagine the possibilities. All that seemed like a distant dream until Days Gone trailer dropped. When I first saw the trailer, I'm not gonna lie, I pooped my pants. I was blown away. Not only are we going to get to explore an open world game infested with zombies, we also get to fight the hordes of zombies that run around exactly like people during the Black Friday sale. I was excited. I wanted to play Days Gone really bad. I was like a happy kid waiting for Christmas. But then I remembered, wait a minute, I'm broke. I can't buy this game. Then I was like, I'm desperate, man. I need to get this game, even if it means selling my nudes. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, my OnlyFans account is... It was the release date. Reviews came in. And what did the reviews say? And I was like... I was a young, naive, innocent lad who believed the words of IGN and Kotaku. I trusted the words of a gaming journalist. Before you hate me, I was only 22. I'm ashamed to say it, I did not buy the game. Actually, I had two reasons. I was broke and I thought the game was bad. But all that changed when I noticed PSN was selling Days Gone at $20. And I was like, hell yeah! I downloaded it, started my journey right away. So, you play as Deacon St. John, a biker who lives with his best friend named Boozer. Bacon St. John loses his wife Sarah early on in the game. Now he's a mean biker who still grieves over his lost wife. When I first played the game, I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. It looked really beautiful. But then I realized something is wrong. The game looked different. It looked different from the trailers I watched a couple years ago. But then I looked even deeper. I noticed that the texture was fucked up. All the characters in Days Gone had these noises or grains on them. It was kinda distracting at first, but then I got used to it. After playing the game for 2 hours, I realized what the gaming journalists were talking about. In games like God of War and The Last of Us, story gets going right from the get-go. There are no dull moments. You have a sense of urgency. In The Last of Us, you have Joel, who tries to save his daughter from the apocalypse in the first 15 minutes of the game. In God of War, you have Kratos, who fights Conor McGregor to protect his son in the first 20 minutes of the game. This game, however, was going nowhere. I was doing runs for someone named Copeland, and it felt like I was playing GTA 5, which was kinda disappointing. But I still found the game fun. I was reminded that I was still in a zombie-infested game. I can't go anywhere I want. Even if it was an open-world game, these freakers were lurking everywhere. At the early part of the games, bullets were hard to come by. The only viable way was to get it from the camp and a police car. Melee weapons that you would get were weak and would break easily after several hits. Bootcamp knife was dog shit, like really. It was only useful to sneak up on an enemy and kill them. You couldn't fight all the fights. Sometimes you had to run to fight another day. Humans were worse than zombies like in any post-apocalyptic world. They would ambush you on the road. They would ambush you while filling gas. They would ambush you while collecting scraps. This actually felt great. When I'm out on the open in Days Gone, I'm always on a lookout, scared for my life. What's gonna happen next? Will I be attacked by a bear? Will I be attacked by a wolf? Or maybe by a zombie bear or a zombie wolf? It was exciting. All this excitement died down as soon as I got better weapons. You could one-shot kill any zombies or wolves. Like I said, first couple hours of this game was boring. The main and the side quests were basically the same. Find some guy and kill him. Find this person and save him, etc, etc. Story, however, gets really exciting after Daryl Dixon finds a Nero chopper. You meet the grad student who took Sarah in the chopper. To get information on Sarah's whereabouts, just like Copeland, we're also forced to do runs for O'Brien. Following the Nero soldier and listening in on them is the game's way of telling us the origins about the outbreak. I loved some of the characters from Days Gone, like Sarah, a fun-loving girl who becomes ruthless after the apocalypse. Iron Mike, a broken man trying to bring back humanity to the already lost world. Ricky and Andy, the mechanic and the doc, the dynamic couple, who are actually kinda cute. Lisa, a ripoff of Ellie. At first, gotcha. But then a lot of fucked up things happened to her. I feel really sad. And yeah. And lastly, we got Schizo, a piece of shit. Days Gone introduces a cult named Rippers, who worships freakers and wishes to be like freakers. A side note, if a Ripper ever comes across a freaker, they will let themselves be devoured by the freaker. Yeah, it's true, look it up. Bike customization was fun as hell. Combat was amazing. However, I do believe it did lack some gore. Like, come on man, I want to see some head explode and blood splatter. Fighting the Horde was one of the most fun I had in any game. Like, hundreds of freakers chasing me relentlessly made me go,
why are you running? Why are you running?
Okay, so here are my biggest complaints. About the gameplay mechanic. Weapon wheel is absolutely atrocious. I don't know about you, but I hated it. It made me lose my mind sometimes. It's easy and simple to use in the beginning, but as soon as you get more weapons, it becomes impossible to navigate. For instance, okay, I'm being chased by a horde. I want to use a napalm Molotov. So I go to the weapon wheel, I try to scroll towards the Molotov, which is already hard to scroll due to lack of sensitivity. Okay, so finally I click on Molotov. But when I throw the shit, Keegan St. John throws a fucking pipe bomb. Like, what the f? It makes me mad, that's all. Better side missions. I don't think any game recently has made side missions as immersive, and I give a shit worthy about this random guy in a game than The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 had a side mission, which had a side mission, that had another side mission. These characters had depth, unique dialogues, and their very own backstories. All these things makes the game feel more alive. Days Gone, however, has meh-worthy side quests. Regan St. John is the only character who feels alive. The weather elements makes the nature feel alive. But the lack of characters and side quests makes the game feel really dead. Yeah, you get to save few people, but these people say the same thing after you save them, which makes me not want to save them. Better storyline. First off, the main basic storyline is pretty good. I liked it. Nikon St. John wants to find his love back. That's a pretty good storyline. All you gotta do is fill in the gaps between point A and point B, and Pen Studio messed it up. Carlos, who I thought is the main villain, is revealed to be Jesse Williamson and has a vendetta against the two lead characters and is killed off way too early. The Colonel turns into a maniac out of nowhere, like right out of nowhere. Like, he decides to take over the world. Like, what the F? Where did that come from? Pen Studio should have focused more on Lost Lake Camp and the militia. And yeah, don't get me started on Boozer dying. Bitch, if you were gonna live, why the fuck did you push Raycon St. John out of the truck? What the F was Boozer doing when everyone was fighting against the militia? However, I loved the secret ending of Days Gone. Conan O'Brien calls Beacon St. John to the cemetery. O'Brien removes his mask, which is hidden throughout the game. And as it turns out, O'Brien has been infected by the virus. He says there's a new breed of virus coming their way which are smarter, stronger, and probably faster. And St. John has to look after himself. The ending has set a really high bar for Days Gone 2. My closing remark is, Days Gone is amazing. Yeah. Can it be better? Yes. Does it have flaws? Yes. But the gameplay is absolutely fun. Just because the game isn't perfect 10 or 9 doesn't mean that it's bad. This game actually proved me wrong, and I'm certain that it's proved you wrong. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for Days Gone 2. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, if you've loved the video, please consider subscribing and sharing it. Also, don't forget to like this video. It'll really help me get some views, which is good for me, I think. So, yeah, that's it. I'll see ya. Bye.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make the microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I can truly be moody.